Hey guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Aries for November 2021. Keep in mind this message is general. Take what you feel resonates for you, disregard the rest. Go about your day and know that no matter what messages do come through, it's still up to you and your active free will, the choices you make and the steps you take in this world, my friends, to get whatever the fulfillment is you'd like to see. To me, that's personal freedom, it's personal power, and it's something that only you can do because it lies at the tips of your fingers, not the soles of your feet. So use that power to do wisely, my friends. For all my subscribers, I just want to give you guys a big shout out. I love you, love you, love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If you feel like this resonates and you'd like to see more, please hit subscribe. Join the journey with me. I'd love to encounter your energy more often and have you along this ride with me. So this situation, whatever happens, whatever the cards pull, just know that I'm pulling for November 2021, but that's just when. This message is Spirit's going to bring through. So it could be picking up on a situation from the past life even, that we're working through karma now, or something that hasn't even happened, or it could be something you're dealing with right now. So take it how it resonates. And if it doesn't, just click away with love, my friends, because don't make it fit, okay? Like, you don't want a self-fulfilling prophecy where you watch something and you're like, well, that's not me, but then you start stew and create situations where it can fit. We don't want to do that. I've been guilty of that too. So share a little my wisdom with you today. So I have 3 different decks today, guys, that I brought in. I brought in the Keeper of the Light Oracle. I brought in the Heaven and Earth Tarot, as well as the Earth Magic Oracle. So the first message I have, this is from the Keepers of the Light Oracle. And Aries, you first got Gaia with Earth Connection, Lady Portia with Divine Order. This card has come up in so many of the readings, and I think it's really important. This month is an 11 month, right? So we're really, really strong in our connection to the divine, but I think it's really important to trust and believe that Spirit has our back, and there is a plan. There is an overall plan, and everything, all those pieces, they're fitting into place nicely. You have Archangel Michael here with Trusting Heaven. I love Archangel Michael. I call in Archangel Michael every time I do a reading. Honestly, I probably should call him every day. And for some of you, this may be a really wonderful practice to remember that you are safe, you are protected, you are loved. And it says here, you are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to happen. You have Bridget here talking about our inner strength. Move back to wholeness and recognize that you have the power, as well as Kuthumi, Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. So be mindful of the planet, and it says come back to Earth, stay grounded throughout this situation, do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. This is really, really important. I think that what I heard is trusting heaven, trusting and believing in yourself and your path and your ability to carry out the tasks that you're meant to do. So if something doesn't feel right to you, don't move forward in this. But if something does feel right to you, you have every right to pursue that and to trust that everything's going to work out for the highest good. I definitely feel like Archangel Michael's presence is very strong. So what I heard is he needs you to ask for help. If you need the help, he's around you, but he can't interfere or intervene unless you say, hey, Archangel Michael, could you please help me? I heard Saint Michael as well for any of you. He's Saint Michael in the Catholic tradition, but here this Archangel, to me, he speaks truth. He has truth in that sword, and he's willing to defend and protect that truth. So there's something here. I feel like what I heard is you carry that sword with you. For some of you as well, what I'm seeing is a sword necklace. Just a second, guys. Okay, guys, I am back. I had a knock at my door, so wherever my train of thought was, I've lost that. But what I'm coming back to again is wearing this Cloak of Wisdom. You already know what you need to do. Just know and trust that you have the strength to carry through with this process. So I want to look at the bottom of the deck here. Love this. This is the Holy Spirit, and underneath that was Charity. When I was getting ready to, shuffling for this reading, Charity and Hope both showed themselves. So this is the second time that Charity's come up with prayer and contemplation, saying, connect to heaven, ask and you shall receive. We have the Holy Spirit with expect miracles. It says, remember that only love is real. Miracles are occurring naturally. Spirit has your back. Spirit has your back. And I did think it was funny that the only seraphim angel that I didn't see come out of this deck was Faith. Hope came out. Charity. Archangel Michael is the counterpart of Faith. So I think this is really, really important throughout this, that you connect to Spirit. You connect to heaven. Your prayers are going somewhere. And what I heard is they're being answered. Don't hold so much attachment to how they're answered. I'm hearing a song now. I can't remember who it is because it was so long ago and I was young. But there's a song called Unanswered Prayers. It's a country song. Okay? And it's like, and I thank God for unanswered prayers. That's all I can remember. But if any of you guys know the song, it always makes me tear up. But there's always been something in our worlds that we wanted so bad, that we prayed and we prayed and we prayed and we put all our energy towards this, and it didn't happen. But that's because it wasn't for our highest good. Or if we took this situation and we got what we wanted, what was really meant for us, wouldn't have had the energy or the place and time to come in. So this is like what I heard examples is boyfriends, girlfriends, lovers, jobs or situations that we really, really wanted, but they weren't really best for us. We were going after something with our ego. Or if we've kind of been, I heard in like, I did hear the words narcissistic kind of partnership, when we feel like we've been discarded or we've been released and it's not our choice to leave this, we get in this situation where we want that back. And when that doesn't happen, sometimes we get really upset. But the thing is here, it's because that wasn't meant to happen anymore. Whatever situation that would have us questioning our worth is what I hear in this situation too. It's really time to just really release that. And also I heard disregard it. So expect miracles. Remember, you have angels, you have spirit guides. I also heard, ascended masters that are all here, ready and willing to help. They just need you to ask. Also, it says to remember, only love is real. Fear is an illusion. And here's where I've heard, like, sometimes when we experience fear, we're experiencing fear from something that we're not encountering. There's a difference between experiencing fear because we are in, I heard like a hypervigilant state as well. Some of us may have experienced trauma, so we're constantly kind of living in an anxious state and we're fearing the unknown or fearing what could happen. But the problem lies in when we live in that place of fear, we're not living in this present moment. So I feel like what I'm hearing is it may be really important to ask Archangel Michael with this sword to protect you, to slay those dragons, is the words I heard. And I don't normally like using that slay the dragons because I feel like dragons are our protectors, they're our friends, that dragon spirit, the dragon energy. But this is also, that idea I heard, barn burning, flying around archetype of, eating sheep and setting things on fire energy of just, villagers, right? Not feeling in control and having a fear over some dragon. This is where I heard Archangel Michael say, slay that dragon. Where I was getting to, and maybe I paused it at the time, was about this sword necklace. I've been myself really drawn lately. I want a sword necklace. I've been looking for one that I like. A lot of the problem is I don't want to get stabbed in the chest because they're sharp. But there was a few different ones that had wings and the sword to kind of represent Archangel Michael. I've also been drawn lately looking at the St. Michael pendant. For some of you guys, this might help you. I feel like for myself, I call in Archangel Michael and I feel his presence. I know he's here. But if we need a little extra help calling him in or feeling his presence, getting an amulet or getting a necklace, getting something that you can put meaning on yourself is that I wear this St. Michael pendant as a form of protection. Or I wear this sword to guard my heart and protect my soul. It doesn't have to be that. But if you have trouble kind of connecting in the ethereal realm, it may be really helpful, something to wear above your heart. Because if you look here too, he's wearing above his heart. They're asking me to show you some blue calcite, which I actually was not going to bring to this reading today, but I'm glad I did. I love the energy of this. It's very, very calming, very, very grounding, which honestly needs to happen right now. So this also could be for some of you water. Getting out and experiencing and sensing, or your senses, and getting out and experiencing the ocean for some of you. This is like a first time in the ocean kind of thing. But if you look behind her, everything, I don't know if you can see it, but everything is connected. There's intersections everywhere. What I'm thinking is, like even on these earthly connections, sometimes we go different places and we meet people that share similar stories to us, where our stories can intersect. So what I'm thinking about is, I spent a few years in South Korea when I was younger, and funny enough, one of the people who became my best friends in the entire world ended up living 45 minutes away from me, but we never met before. And I also met someone there who went to the same university I did, but different times. And it's just funny, right? Connecting with people, because it's such a small world. And I think that this is where this is too, going, it's such a small world. If you are drawn to go places, if you're drawn to travel or experience something new, Spirit's saying, hey, it's time. Everything's in order. Know that you have the strength to do this. What they're bringing me to right now, and they're asking me to share it with you. When I got on the plane to go to Korea for the first time, I'd never been on an airplane. I'd never left the country. I live in Canada. I'd never left country. And I wanted to go. I wanted this adventure. But I was begging at the gate before I was going to go and clear customs. I wanted to go home. I was a crying mess. I'm going to get like that now. It was a crying mess. I was overly emotional and 100% terrified. And I think that this is really important. At the time, my mom made a comment. Sorry guys for the tears, but it's been a really emotional day. My mom made a comment, going, if you don't get on that plane, you'll regret it. You won't know, right? If it was meant for you. But if you get on that plane and you don't like it, we'll find a way to get you home. And that was the kicker, right? That if I didn't do, like, I'd signed up for this, I'd gone through the interview process, and actually I was supposed to go and teach with Nova in Japan. And Nova's teachers ended up not being paid. They were struggling to find ways back to Canada, back to the United States. Like, I dodged a huge bullet. And then a couple months later, after I thought my dream of traveling and doing this had completely gone and dissolved and dissipated, I was contacted by a recruiter from Cheongdam Institute in Korea. And honestly, I jumped at that because why not, right? This is the experience. And at the time, honestly, I knew nothing about Korean culture or anything like that. And today I'm still eating Korean food for lunch because it's delicious. And this goes back to those unanswered prayers. Had I left when I was originally supposed to leave to go to Japan, I would have been stranded. I would not have had money to pay my rent because they weren't paying. They had just went bankrupt and stopped paying all of their teachers in the country. And Air Canada was donating flights to get these people home. Had I done that, I would have been screwed. Here's where that unanswered prayer thing comes back in. Oh my gosh. So expect miracles, stay grounded. So if you're going through major change as well, what they're telling me right now is do something that connects you to this physical. Exercise. Go for a swim, go for a run, talk to your friends, do something that kind of makes you remember where your feet are. And if you're getting ready to go on a huge flight, or if you're getting ready to take flight, know the Spirit's got you. You can do this. And again, if you don't do this, how are you going to know that you ever could? There's another, just a second, guys.